Now we're going to start the second lab. Before starting directly into the lab, I just want to explain everything that is used in the second lab. Like the first lab is only the introduction part. You all know. Like Priya is already said that. Let me read. Priya has already said that this first lab is only the introduction. The second lab is going to, we are going to work with the project that is going to be practically we are going to do. So that's why I'm going to explain you the things that are going to use in the second lab. So for that, let's start the session. So as we all know that Google Cloud offers a range of services. In that, the services which offer under the compute means Google Cloud offers compute engine, Google Kubernetes engine, app engine, cloud functions, and cloud run. It means compute engine is used for the application which uses authentications like databases, and Google Kubernetes engine is used for the applications which uses lots of data and structured that data in the form of containers. And we use app engine for the applications that are Android or iOS apps, and for the applications which are related like a serverless components that uses HTTP servers, HTTP responses. We use service cloud function. Means depends on the application. We use services. These are all available in the Google Cloud platform. According to our project, according to our application, we use each of the services. You you may not understand the new words like Kubernetes, serverless. Don't worry, we are going to discuss that in future labs as well. If you want to explore that, you can explore it by just googling it, like what is serverless, what is Kubernetes. You can google it. Basically, it's just a services that is Google Cloud offers. Depends on the application, we choose that services. Okay, now we will going to next one. And Google Cloud also offers a range of storage services. Like as I already said that Google Cloud is a platform that uses to store data as well, that uses to get the resources as well. For storing data, we have different forms, different storage services. The one is cloud bigtable, cloud storage, cloud SQL, cloud spanner, data store. In means in any one of the services we store our data. Like cloud scale SQL is mainly used for the storing the data of related to the queries, like SQL query or MySQL query or PostgreSQL query. And cloud bigtable is normally used for the large data which is available in the table form. So we use depends on the data any one of the storage service. And the next one is Google Cloud offers services to get value from data. Means Google Cloud also give the value for ours, like for the user it gives the values as well. Can you please, Kubra, unmute yourself and mute yourself, please, Kubra. 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 Kubra, you are in. Okay. So Google Cloud offers services to get the value from data. We can get the value as well. Like for the big data, we use BigQuery or Sub, Data Flow, Data Proc, AI platform notebooks. So BigQuery is used for the query things. Pub or Sub for use for the IoT applications. Data Flow and Data Proc, AI platform notebooks. For machine learning, we have other services that are AI platform, Vision API, speech to text API, cloud translation API, AutoML. Between the API means application programming interface. I will explain with the example. Like you go to the restaurant, right? You are the you are the customers for this restaurant, and you are serving the food by the waiters, but actually the food is prepared by the chefs, right? So here the waiters who is interacting with you and who is interacting with the chef is a API. Means application programming interface is used to get the data, get the resources, communication between that backstage person and the customer. Like waiter is the only communicate with with the customer as well, with the chef as well. So here the waiter is the API. I hope you understand what is API. We use API for like various purposes, for getting the data, for building our application, for clearing our data, for getting responses as well. So here there is lots of API like speech to text API, Vision API. Vision API means we use Vision API for classification of image. Like we we sent one image like tell that image is a dog or cat. So that is used for vision API, speech to text API, cloud translation API. Auto ML means automation of machine learning. We will see it later in the future labs. Now we will move another one. Let me. And there are four ways to interact with the Google Cloud. The first one is Google Cloud Console. In the first lab, we also use that Google Cloud Console. Are you remember that we use Google Cloud Console in the first lab? Reply in the chat section. I am saying it now. Do you remember that we used Google Cloud Console in the first lab? Oh yes, Anastasia, first one who replies. Thank you. Okay, the first one is Google Cloud Console. So we use Google Cloud Console to interact with the Google Cloud. Google Cloud Console is the web GUI. We will see it in the next slide only, each of one. And the second one is Cloud SDK and Cloud Shell. And the third one is REST-based API. And the fourth one is Cloud Console mobile app. The first one is Google Cloud Console is a web user interface. Means it's a GUI that we can interact with the Google Cloud without need to understand the commands, without need to learn the code. The second one is Cloud SDK and Cloud Shell. uh, the Google Cloud Console is available in the Google Cloud website, right? And the second one is we have to download it in our local computer, means in our own laptop or computer. We have to download that Cloud SDK, and it's a command line interface. We have to use commands to you interact with the Google Cloud. And the third one is REST based API. As I already said, what is API? So third one is we can interact with the Google Cloud with the help of APIs as well for building our own customizable applications. And the fourth one is Google Cloud Console mobile app, but it is not that much as updated as Google Cloud Console. It is used for basic purposes, like if you are in emergency, you cannot have laptop, so you can change your increase that servers or uh, pay the bills with the mobile app. Like I already said, you have to pay the amount for using that much resources, so you can pay that amount with the help of mobile app as well, but it is not that much updated. You can see the app as well in the Play Store. It is available in Android as well and iOS as well. Let's see what is Google Cloud Console. So Google Cloud Console is a web-based GUI. As I already said, that is a graphical user interface. It is used for the centralized console for all project data. Means it is a centralized console for all project data. Everything is available in that only. We just need to do that with the help of mouse clicks and keyboard. You don't need to learn commands. You don't need to learn the code as well. You can just process that information up. You can send that application, set up that application with the help of mouse clicks only, and you can manage as well and create projects as well. And we can also access developer tools like cloud source repositories. Means there are lots of services available by the Google Cloud, but we can also access some sort of developer tools. Means that is some source of repositories means collection of files or a collection of data. Repository simply means repository is a file where we store our anything. Like in file we can store our image, we can store data, we can store video as well. Repository is a file. We can see it in GitHub, and you can see all the repositories. We call the file as a repository in GitHub is a website. We can put the code and changes that code. We will see about the GitHub in the next sessions, like if we plan to explain that GitHub and Git and GitHub. And the second one is Cloud SDK. I already tell that Cloud SDK is a another way of interacting Google Cloud, but we have to download that Cloud SDK in our local computer, and we have to learn the commands to you interact with the Google Cloud. That's a command line interface. We have to learn that. And the last one is Cloud Shell. Cloud Shell is like a command line interface, but you have to code that. In that you have to use code language, and you can also access to product APIs. Like I already see that machine learning different services, like different Google Cloud provides different APIs like vision API, speech to text API. So I'm going to show you how it practically sees. Let me show this. Okay, this is a Google Cloud Console. You don't need to do anything. I'm just showing you like what is a Google Cloud Console. So here is the login to the Google Cloud Console. Let me see that. Let me show you. So this is how it looks like, Google Cloud Console. So here you can see the interface, and here let me just open that again. This is a navigation menu. You can see it when I hover it. You can see the navigation menu. Here all the services that Google Cloud provides, like we say that it provides API and services, we have to pay the bill. Here is that link, and we will explain it what are these, because before starting the lab we have to know everything. So I'm going to explain that these are the services. Here are the machine learning APIs, like document AI, vertex AI, speech, like everything is available here only. If you want to explore like what are the services that Google Cloud offers, you can just go to the marketplace of the Google Cloud. It shows you like Elastic Cloud, Apache, MongoDB as well for storing the data. We can use this places API that is used for getting the information, getting the location, maps. Like these are the services that Google Cloud provides. We will see it later now. Here are all the APIs that we use. So, and every, as we see in the first lab as well, we get some sort of project in the Google Cloud Console. After signing that, starting of the lab only, we get that one project ID, one username, one password as well. Because in Google Cloud, every service is used associated with the project only. Because if you want to interact with the Google Cloud, you need some sort of project, right? So that's why the Google Cloud already assigns you a project, or you can create your own project. It depends on you. So in that project, we can enable our services and APIs, and we can also enable billing, means paying that amount. We can manage the permissions, like if we suppose, let's say we have a team of 30 members and the three projects are there, but I want only 10 members work on one project. So I have to manage that permission. Only 10 members of one team can able to see that project only. Other members cannot able to see that project. So that's, in that way we have to manage that permission. The Google Cloud also provides that option to manage the permissions and credentials. And we can track resources as well, like how many members are using the resources of that team. We can also we can, as I already said, in Cloud Shell we have to code that, we have to program that. So that's a Google Cloud service. I will show you how we can select our, here you can see select, and when we click on it you can see all your project, but I did not have any project because I did not created it. Or if you want to create new project, you have here new project. Create your own project by keeping your project name and project, but it cannot be changed. I will we will talk it now only. Before, I want to show you something. Here is that project have three identifying attributes. Till now, if you have any doubts, let me know. And if you did not understand, I am ready to repeat it again. Please respond me. Are you understanding or not? You might be thinking why I'm explaining all these things. We have to do the lab, but in the lab we have to use all these things. If you do not understand what you are doing, it does not make any sense to do the lab, right? Okay, what about other members? Like only 3 or 4 members are replied. Give the response in the chat section. Okay, shall we continue now? Okay, now we will going to continue. As I said, in a Google Cloud, every cloud service is associated with a project. That project have three identifying attributes. Attributes means properties like characteristic. If we say any application if any meaning like anything has some properties, right? So similarly project has three attributes, that is project id, project name, and project number. The project id is globally unique, means it is not similar to the other person project id, and we can, it is assigned by the Google Cloud only, but we can change that during creation only. But after creation that project we cannot able to change that. Here you can see immutable after creation. And the second one is project name. Project name, it is not necessary to be unique, we can have the same project name, and the project name is chosen by us only, by the users, and we can change that project name later as well. And the third one is project number, which is globally unique and it is also assigned by the Google Cloud, and we can change it later as well, project number. I hope you understand that three attributes: project id, project name, project number. Project id is unique, which is assigned by the Google Cloud, and we can change it during the creation, but we cannot change it after creation. And the project name is need not to be unique, it can be which is chosen by only, and it is changeable. And project number is globally unique and which is assigned by the Google Cloud, which can be changeable. I hope you understand that. Just let me know, are you understand the three important attributes, because in every lab we have to use that.
macam wasit wah engineer tuh ya kena dokter छोटा engineer tuh nggak mau bang sekali nah terus sumpah kalau hari kurang kan dahulu makan salah ஆமா
Can you please mute yourself?
Hello, Sabah. Mute yourself.
Okay, now we will continue it. I hope you understand what is project id, so I will show it now only. Here you can see project name, which is changeable, and here is the project id. I hope it is visible to all. It's a project id, we can be change it later as well. And you have to choose location. Why we choose location means, as I already said, we are storing our data or storing our application in someone else computer. The Google has two data centers in India, that is located in Delhi and Mumbai, in different zones, like in different areas, west, east, like that. And Microsoft has data centers in three areas: Mumbai, Pune, and Chennai. So we have to choose that location, like where we want that data to be stored, in which location, in which data center. So that's why we have to choose the project name. We can change that project id, we have to choose the location, then we can create our own project. I'm not going to create my project. How it works, the project, as I already seen you how to create a project, new project, how we can create that new project. And now we will see how billing for, like I already said, we have to pay the amount, how much we resources use that. Billing account pays for the project resources we use for that particular seconds or minute. And the bill, there will be a billing account that is linked with your resources, like projects, like 0 or more projects, and accounts can be changed automatically. And let's say I am using one API that is used in the first lab, dialog flow API. I am using that API in my application. I'm using the dialog flow API in my application. So I have to pay 2 rupees for every minute. In that, if I use the API in the project for 1 hour, I have to pay, do some calculation, I have to pay that much amount to that. There will be invoice, means that bill will be come on monthly basis or yearly basis as well. We have to pay that amount. I have to pay that amount. And we can also create sub accounts as well that can be separately used for each project. Let me show you how billing works in a practical way. Here we can go to the billing.